Hello! I have no idea how loud the music is. I'll leave it like this, maybe. I want to get a sprite going as well. A sprite. A sprite. I never know how to pronounce it, and I don't think I'll bother. Hello chat, hello people, for posterity's sake and to just explain what I plan on doing here today. I've always been enamored with Boktai. The game's called Boktai, the sun is in your hand. I've always been enamored with that one. And I've always also been enamored with WarioWare, Shake, no, WarioWare GBA. There is a WarioWare on the GBA that has on its cartridge a gyroscope. Hello, fan. I don't remember its name, whatever it is. Whatever. I've always been enamored with that one as well. And the reason is very simple. I emulated games. Those games had things in their cartridges that made it unable to emulate. Especially Boktai, not as much, because it starts off text heavy. And I didn't really speak English at the time. Well, not as well, at least. But WarioWare especially, I have this memory, right? Of putting the game on an emulator, and it's like, oh, move the GBA left and right. And silly me, look, I didn't understand how computers work. I didn't really understand, like, what's up with emulation, you know? So I would, and I really liked WarioWare on the I think it's the first one on the GBA. And I would actually grab my monitor and just to see if it worked, not really thinking it would, but I would tilt my computer monitor thinking, hey, maybe it is a thing, you know, who knows? I have no fucking clue how this works. And of course it didn't work. I even like as a kid, I didn't really expect it to work. I knew as much as like this doesn't have whatever it takes to make it work. But you know, in desperation, it was like the new WarioWare game. I really wanted to play it, and I would move the monitor. I would shake the monitor around just to see if the game would respond. It was not the case. It did not. So years go by, I'm still, every now and then I still think about Boktai, and they've released a hack for it so you can adjust the sunlight. So for Boktai, WarioWare had that gyroscope. Boktai has an UV light sensor. which again regular computers do not. So it's not like emulating is you know, it's not a feature for the thing to emulate, whatever. And I tried playing with that hack, but due to how I like my games and I like my ideas, it never did it for me. I always felt like cheating. Not even like, oh, it's not the intended way. It's like, no, I am missing out on this genius Kojimbo. It was, I don't think it was him, but it's a fun idea to have like outside influence into your game, like depending on how much sunlight you have around you or you have directly into the cartridge, it's gonna affect gameplay. That idea was always very appealing to me. And so recently there was one guy who did it, Boktai sunlight emulator. I remember just checking to see if anyone did anything. What I'm gonna try and do today. And there was this one guy who made I think it was like a Python script that you basically input your location, your zip code, and it would request data for how much sunlight was in that area. Right, and it would automatically change into the GBA. It was a Beeshawk Lua script that would connect to the Python one, and it would update based on how much sunlight there was in that area on the API the guy had, which is super cool. Props to him. Unfortunately, I do think he's a furry. I don't remember much about the project. I don't have it on me right now. A simple Google search is not. Ooh, sensor simulator. Maybe it was this one. Hang on. No, I don't think it's this one. Maybe it was this one. Whatever. And it was really cool. I think it's really, really neat, but it's not exactly what I wanted. And so I bought stuff, and I'm gonna make the way I want it to work, which is I have an microcontroller with me, and I bought a UV sensor. And so what I'm gonna do is basically what he did, but with one extra step. Of course, it is night where I am, so I'll be testing with a black light I have that I've tested already. It works. I can demonstrate real quick because I have gotten some stuff just ready before stream, just that are a little bit of a pain to set up and to have it be get things rolling. So I have some wires here with me. Maybe later I'll take a picture and show on stream. It's a UV, an ASP, and it's connected to my computer. The program is running. We're gonna see that program soon. It is absurdly simple, and I'm gonna make a couple of changes on it. But you can see it says loop 1 second has passed, and then UV reading 5. That is the input being given by the UV sensor, right? So I'm gonna turn on this UV lantern I have here with me. I'm gonna go very far away with it, and I'm gonna turn it on. and we'll see that a number go up every second. So I did, and we already see it goes to 87, 105. It should be around 127. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking get closer to it steadily, and we'll be seeing it go steadily up. Hopefully that's you can see that on stream. 169, 200, and 400. I'm gonna get real close now, real close, and it should go to, there it is. It's the funny number, 4095. Really cool. Okay. So the way I want to play the game is exactly this one. I have my own setup. I want to put it next to my window, and when I play it on my own time, I don't think I'm gonna stream it. I want the sun to actually influence the game. I'm okay with emulating the game, but I'm not okay with emulating the sunlight. I really want the actual sunlight to influence my game, because that's just how I am. So I'm gonna draw real quick here how things are gonna look, just so we have an idea. This is for me as well, it's just not for stream. So we have an ASP here, which is my microcontroller. Oops. Yeah, sure. And that guy, it's a very little guy. It's the size of a dime, I'd say. It's a very impressive how little they've gotten. And this one is an ESP32C3 is the processor. It is I think it's called a Xiao XIAO seed. For anyone interested, I will try and get a picture of it later. So this is our UV sensor to just sense. Right? It's connected via 3 wires. It doesn't really matter for my drawing. Actually, it's one black, one red, and one white, but I'll do a green. Whatever. And this guy is connected to my PC. Very fun. Cool. Well, I can do actually. This is my PC, right? It's connected to it. We're gonna have the emulator here. And this emulator could be BizHawk, but BizHawk does not run natively on Linux. And I've made it work before, but just for the sake of, you know, having the least amount of variables possible, I went with MGBA. And the emulator uses Lua scripting, so we're gonna have a Lua program over here. And the Lua program is going to talk to a file. Now the ESP, the way it speaks with the computer, is via a TTY. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's basically a data stream that goes into the computer. So I can show you real quick. Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna show it. I don't feel like it. But this is basically a special it looks like a file on your computer, but it's like a special file that it doesn't really have anything written on it. But whenever my ESP writes on it, whoever is reading that file is able to read the message sent by my ESP. Now Lua cannot access that due to the environment. It's like set on a very square environment. You cannot do like everything, cannot connect to the internet, and cannot open ports. And I think that's like for safety, to prevent, you know, people who are distributing Lua code for emulators. Maybe people don't know what they're running, and so to prevent malicious software being made, I think they prevent a lot of, they cap a lot of Lua's abilities to mess with the system. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write a Python script that can read this TTY, and it's gonna write to a file, right? And so by having this middleman over here, the Python and the file, the Lua can access files no problem. The emulator's Lua. And so it's able to read and then input the data I want. So I'm basically here, okay? I have nothing figured out yet, only the idea. I don't have a Python program. I don't have a Lua a scripting file program. I only have the ESP, and it's on its very early stages. It's only reading. I just made the connection here offline because it's a bit of a pain setting everything up. So yeah, we're gonna do that now. Cool. Also, I don't know if the music is too loud or too low. So let me know and I can adjust it accordingly. I'm gonna go over my program right here, but I'm gonna change it, a lot of it. Still, it's not great. It's not gonna be great. I just need it to work. I also I don't like Vim. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like Vim, and I'm very, very bad at it. But I dislike every other alternative as well. So I'll be using Vim, and things may be very slow because of it. So yeah, not that anyone cares but me. I don't know how or why this happened. It used to be that programming for microcontrollers was really, really easy to get everything working. Or at least there was like a sweet spot where I did the most of microcontroller programming in my life, that things just used to work. It's such a mess now. I cannot get, and it's not only me apparently, I cannot get linting errors not to show up. Everything, the autocomplete, everything works. But we're gonna be haunted by the unknown arguments for the compiler up there in the include errors. So just ignore it. Oh, wow. Yeah, wow. So I'm gonna take a loop. Yeah, I'm gonna go over it real quick. I have this class which I can't take those. It's the UV light sensor, right? So it's called a Guava, or yeah, Guva S12SD. So that's the name of my class, whatever. Here I have what I plan on doing with it, that I have not done yet. We'll be doing that. stream. It's basically the signal pin, which this is a physical pin, will be I'm gonna be connecting to the, what is it called, ADC channel T. Okay. It's the actual physical pin, so it's a wire that goes between the microcontroller and the light UV light sensor. So I need to tell the microcontroller which pin it should read. So that's the one. We have the amount of samples. So if you look at the, I'm gonna pull it up again. If you look at the readings, if you look at the readings, it's always like 3, 5, 6, and even if I turn on the light, kind of like midway through, you see it's at 124, 300, and I'm maintaining my arm as stable as I can, but it's like it goes up and down a bit, right? And that is just the world. That's just the world. That is not, you know, sometimes you may have more UV light, but just because of how things are in the real world, you may get a slightly lower reading. That is I forget what, like the amplitude of the reading, the amplitude of the signal. It may go up and down due to various reasons. So what I want to do is take a couple of samples. I think 5 might be a good number. Just read it real quick 5 times. And then if we want, we can remove the outliers. If we get a very, you know, we get 5 readings, but one of them is too high, we can just go and remove that. We remove the lowest as one. It's usually, depending on what type of data you're working with, it's just one of the math, you know, make sure your data is good kind of deals. Just clean the highest and the lowest values. Okay, and then there's a bunch of stuff over here that's just default for my class. I'm not using any of these. You don't need to know what they are. And I have a function to read, and this function is going to read me the UV readings, and then the amount of samples, maybe remove the outliers if we have configured it to do so. And it's gonna give us back a number, and that is the number I'm gonna pass to the Python script that's gonna be reading. Cool. And then I have some variables over here that I want to change. Channel T. I don't think I care about the voltage, so I'm gonna take this one out for now. And then I have this one-shot calibrations and channels and stuff like that. This is like the very boring part I did off stream. This is just to be able to actually read the voltage from the pin. So I think I'm gonna ignore everything because I know it's working, so I'm not gonna mess with it. Channel. Maybe channel. Yeah, channel. So we have the signal pin, the samples, Okay, just does that. You can remove outliers. The number of outliers is greater than 3. Just remove outliers. If not, false. Greater or equal. Okay. And then we have read here. I don't want this. I want this should be pin. It's just called pin. This one as well. Cool. When we read, I want to do std. Can I do? I don't know if I can actually. It doesn't do vectors. List? Do I have any kind of type of lists? Really? Okay, I'll do arrays then. That's fine. Intro reads. Then I do have, okay. Eight. Does it not? Just regular 8. Thank you. Says it was not found. It was the size. Okay, it was the size of samples over here. Which does make me wonder now. I actually have. Let's see if this works. Oh. Okay, it's building. Now I can just quickly check if I have access to short name. Okay, we do. It's just my fucking... Okay, it's just the broken includes whatever. Instead of short, we'll do short. Just ignore whenever it says it's erroring. It's not. Do int 8 max, whatever, that's fine. For not this one, this one. Int 8 iterator is lesser than samples increment. I can get this guy over here. Instead of return value, we can do, actually, no, we'll do raw reads, like, cool. We can bubble sort this. There's a better way of doing this actually. And least, most. least value and treat max and most. Actually minus 1. If raw reads I is greater than most max value. That'd be a better name. This works. It's not fancy, but it works. Max value, max position. Raw reads is lesser than the minimal value. I don't know, and then I update the values as well. Max value receives raw reads I. Then value receives reads I. So if it's just one, it receives. Right. Well, we can ignore either way. If samples, no, what did I call it? Remove outliers. So if we're removing outliers, right? Then we can say, well, actually not this. We'll just get average value. Yeah, sure, it works. Trait equals 0. Now let's do this sample. Should have named sample size actually. Whatever. So I go through it. Yes. Return value receives raw reads I. If I equals minimum position or I equals max position, we'll ignore it. Then we can do return value receives return receives. Do we remove outliers? If so, return value divided by samples, or return value divided by samples minus g. Cool. I think this works. So whenever we read, we're gonna read the amount of samples we've set, which is just, let's say it's 5 for this example. We go reading samples multiple times, and we store them in an array. We also save while we're at it, adding. We keep updating and saving the maximum value and the minimum value. Those are gonna be all our outliers. And when we do the average of our readings, we take the outliers out. Take them out. Cool. This works. Now if I go back here, we can see I'm creating the reader on channel 2 with 5 samples. So I'm going to tell it to remove the outliers. I'm also going to say rereading. I'm just gonna print the UV reading. And I don't know how to get. I want to actually get a real second, or half a second actually. But I don't know how to do that. So hang on. ASP32. No. What is it? ASP IDF vtask delay a second. So we have a converter from milliseconds to ticks, and we do. I want to do every 500 milliseconds. Cool. Let's see if this works. Where's my lantern? Okay, we have UV readings every, what it seems to be half a second. And if I slowly, oops, over here, slowly get closer, you see going up. Very cool. Very cool. Cool. I think I'm done. Which leads us to Python. I don't know. Can I program in Python still? Wait, hang on. If we do this and then. Oh fuck. Okay, I don't have a parser, I think. How do we do this? Let me think. Or an LSP server. NVM. Options mapping plugin. Ah. LSP config. Okay, LSP config and vim Python. Let's see. I also should get for Lua as well. LSP Python are PyWrite and PyLSP. Languages. Okay, well, let's see if this works. PyWrite. I'll test that one. What about Lua? Let's try and set that up as well. Lua LS. Okay, let's see if this works. There is also completion. We do match mark. Oh, it's just snippets actually. Okay. Mason install. I think that's what's that is what I'm missing. Mason install. Just install all maybe. Just fuck it. PyWrite. There we go. Cool. Did that work? Do I have to get out of him and then try again? There we dude. Okay, there we go. I never remember, but how to have a main function in Python. I'm sorry, but I cannot program for a main function. It is actually a fucking mental block for me. If name main, oops, main, then we have our main function. Well, we can call main actually. Then I'll do a function. Yes. Great. Okay. Main is not defined. Motherfucker. That's fair. I forget Python is not that fancy. Cool. Now we need a library. Python library for reading TTY. Reading and writing TTY. Oh, I just wanna anyone. I just need one. I don't care which one it is. Just give me a name. Serial reading with Python. Import serial. Do I have that already? By any chance? Ooh. Really? Is it that easy? Serial for URL, serial base. Okay, well. Python serial library documentation. Let's check it out. Oh my god, I think it is that easy. From serial import serial, and we do serial connection, serial dev. Oh shit, it shows everything. That's cool. TY MC0. Perfect. How do I print? I can set the baud rate. I have no clue which one I'm using. No, come to think of it. Spidey, yeah. Well, I can just fucking brute force it and check a couple. With serial connection SS line read print. Import serial could not be resolved from source. We'll see about that. Fuck. Can I Python 3 and is this it? No. What is it? Python 3 virtual environment. Python 3. Do I have that? Yes. Install serial. And then move binary Python 3. No. Module serial has no attribute serial. Is that true? Don't want Py serial maybe? Oh, okay. Whoa. Okay, cool. We'll do while true. Maybe it was that easy. Maybe it wasn't that easy. UV reading. Okay, why are you reading just one line? Ah, there we go. Yeah, the reading is kind of fucked. We do have multiple access to the port. Oh, this is way better. Okay, it's because I was monitoring it twice. Very cool, very cool. That worked way faster than I thought it would. Oh shit, I forgot a... I forgot the guy in front of everybody. There we go. Cool. All I have to do now is parse this shit and write it to a file. So what we're gonna do is, well, I'm expecting a number. So I can do line dot split right, and I'll split it at this. Grab it and I'll split it again, line dot split. Sure, there's a way to do this directly, but I don't care. Now split it at a... We're gonna have to do this. Literal cannot be assigned to parameters separate. You sure? We'll see about that. You're correct. A byte light object is required, not string. Are you sure? What am I thinking of? Split, capitalize, center, expand, find, index, join. Great documentation. Readable buffer, none. Byte. I wonder if it's not considered string. That's why it's I think that was it. Yeah, cool. Okay. Do something like this then. And then we just make sure we do line.strip to take these spaces away. Cool. Let me grab my lantern. Perfect. Now what we're gonna do is write it to a file. Oh shit. Okay, this is cool. I had no idea my lantern could do this. You can extend its head, I think, to focus the light. Very cool. Okay, I have no idea how to write a line to a file, so we'll do Python write to file. We'll just Python write to file. We're gonna have to atomically replace at some point, so with we can open it already over here. With open, we'll do our uv input.txt, and then we'll do write this file to file point read line, right? No. Right through. Oh, there you go. So we'll write our line, and then atomic seek read flush detach truncate replace, maybe replace, no. File, okay, Python atomic file write. Let's see if it's easy. Open atomic. Is this real? No. Atomic rights, okay, well. Let's see if this works. Port atomic. Atomic threads not accessed with. No. What's your issue? Do you need me to reset in Vim like always? No, you really don't like atomic rights. Okay, so what's your deal? How do I use you? From atomic rights import. From atomic rights import atomic right. Oh, I think it's the source that it's taken from. Let me see if I can install atomic rights. Not accessed. Okay, well, at least we got a linter for it. So instead of opening with open with atomic right, there we go. There we go. S file expected indent block. Yes, okay. Can I do this? No. Okay, it should be this. Argument of type literal W. Right. Hmm. File right line, IO operation, closed file. Oh yeah, because I gotta open it again. Ooh. Ooh. Try to open this guy. Close, open again. Okay, it's a different one. I think it's working. I'm gonna get my light. We open it, it's 700. Take the light away, 500. Then a 26. Cool. We have it. Cool. Now we get the emulator working. Getting close to the final steps here. Load ROM. I mean, load cartridge. GBA. For whatever gosh darn reason, I am not able to edit transform. To fucking move these things, I don't know why. Filter properties, screenshot blending. Oh, this is gonna take a while. Okay, here works. I do. Perfect. And if I do have my controller, I do have my controller. Let's see. How do I? Ooh, connect to Dolphin. This is neat. This is not what I want though. Where do I configure my controller? Settings. Maybe. Controller. Here we go. Oh, is it already? No. Apply. Okay. Settings okay, cool. Daylight savings. No. This is correct, surprisingly enough. Now I just have to get to a point in the game where I'm able to see the sunlight meter.
Boktai, the sun is in your hand.
Ooh, we can link. Jungle, sure. Region time. Yeah, well, sure. We'll go to Milwaukee. Easy, normal 1, normal 2. Dude, they have difficulty for puzzles. This is the first game aside from Silent Hill that I see difficulty for puzzles.
In a place not too far from here and now.
And crazy good voice acting for a GBA game, not compressed. which is
The
very
undead
okay.
appear,
I'm gonna be
breaking
real.
the natural
I just
cycle
want to
of
skip
life
through it.
and death.
Give me
The evolution
new
of
throttle.
species ceases, and one by one,
Shortcuts,
they become
keyboard,
extinct.
multiplier emulation. No, that's right. Fast forward how. Go. Cool. Just to test, the solar sensor here should work. It does work. Okay, so I have a solar sensor from the inside the emulator, which is very nice, very handy, but it is not what I want to get. I have no fucking clue. Scripting. Here we go. We have a file run. File load script. Okay, I can load a script over here. So what I'm gonna do is mgba Lua scripting example. Scripting API mgba. Do you have an example? I just need a simple example. Simple Lua script and code snippets. MGBA input display. Ooh. Scripting API. Lua Hello World. Man, this is what I want. Yes, sir. Console log Hello World. Okay, this might be too simple, but it's gonna be enough to get me started. There's a link. Let's see what's in this one. Cool. And it linked to the documentation. I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna shut up, GBA. Mute. There we go. I'm gonna play music back. If it's too loud or too low, just let me know. And we're gonna create our read uv.lua. Then we're gonna paste our console log over here. Undefined global console. I have no... Do you care? Dude, I have never touched a Lua program in my life. That is a lie, but it's been so rare. I have no fucking clue where to start. Create a text buffer console. Okay, so I'll start by reading the scripting API. Add key, autoload, checksum, clear key. Get game code. Load a ROM file. Nope. Load save file. Load buffer. Read register. Platform. ROM size. Write. Ooh, yes, we do want to write. Okay. So I want to check cheat codes real quick. Max sun meter. So, sun meter, memory location, maybe. Well, since we have a console log, okay, let's see how that works. So if I go to tools, scripting, file, load, documents, UV, hello world. Okay, so it shows on my scripting. I don't think it's shown on stream, no. It shows on my scripting terminal over here, hello world. Okay. So let's start off. I guess instead of writing to memory, one step at a time, we'll do Lua how to open and read a file. So we write a function. Read file. Do a local file. You'll open. It's gonna be T2Y. Then UV input. Read plus read binary maybe, or B. I do not want to read binary. I just noticed there's a big problem actually. Oh, dude, there's a huge well, it's not a it doesn't matter. I'll get to it when I get to it. Lines from file, so I can do lines. We do local lines from file. I don't need this actually. Define 0 maybe? Define a console local. Do read final. This variable is defined as stable, cannot convert to type function. Define global console, that's fine. Don't worry about that. And use local line. This true. You are in used. How do I? Whatever. Okay, let me see if that works. Cannot open no such file directory. What if I give you the whole thing? Cool. Oh my god, it works. Let me just grab my lantern to make sure. I'm not showing anything else. Oh, I'm showing the code, I guess. But it's, for now you have to trust me. And there we go. Okay, so I think right now we're gonna go back to Python real quick. So I don't have a real good idea on we'll do convert signal to level, right? Just because Python is easier for me. So we are reading, okay, a level between 0 and 4096. There are 10 levels of sunlight. If I am to trust this emulator. The emulator under emulation and solar sensor has brightness from 0 to let's try 1. What it looks like. Okay, one looks like one thing. What about 2? 2 looks like 2. Okay, but there's not enough pegs over there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 8 pegs. Sensor would do 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay. So at some point it takes 2 levels to go up. So the thing is, yeah, I'm getting a number from 0 to 4095, right? For my signal. But I don't think that the actual sun, if I go out in the sun, I don't think it's gonna get to 4000. I think that's too... That's not how it works. So for now, for our tests, we can do... We're gonna take... Oops. We're gonna take a signal. Right. And we're gonna return... Is this how it works? Integer. Int maybe. We're gonna call it level. Oops. Level. Signal is not accessed. Cool. So I think it might be as simple as, for our testing purposes, which I'm gonna have to find a way to. I guess I could wait for like a sunny day. I think I'm gonna have to. I have no idea what's the reading on this thing. It's not like you can easily Google it from a very specific purposes. So I think I'm gonna need like to wait a couple of days, see what a really sunny, bright day is gonna look like. But for our purposes, we can have it be as simple as a level is signal divided by 100, and this is gonna be an int. Right. I can even... So we'll do level equals convert signal to level, and then we send the line. Level is not accessed, and then we rate the level. Then we can do a print converting signal line to level. Sound. Cool. Let's see if it works. Level 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 15. Oh yeah. We gotta cap it. Hang on. If level greater than 10, we'll round down to 10. Cool. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, 10, 10. There we go. From 0 to 10, which is what I wanted. Cool. So now when I'm reading the UV light, I am reading already the level I want to set it to. Which is not necessarily good yet, because I'm giving it as a string. Okay, I'll bother with this later. For now, let's continue, because I want to at least set a level by hand, and then it should be easy for me to figure out the rest, or easier. Okay, I'm reading from a file. Cool. What I'm looking for now. I'm reading from a file. I'm reading the level from a file. I want to write it to memory. So we have a function for that. Actually, I do need the address. Okay, I'm gonna look online for the address. We'll do MGBA scripting Boktai. Let's see if anyone has done anything similar. How the fuck do we find it? Is there a website for like memory mapping? Ooh, memory mapping. Boktai memory mapping. That's what I want. No, I don't think there's a website for memory mapping. Dude, there should be a website for memory mapping. I'm gonna do it. It's an 8-bit write to memory address 001C2C. Okay. So we're gonna see how we're gonna write 8. Cool, okay. Line, whatever. Write 8. And then 00 C2C, is that it? Zero zero one C2C, one C2C, and then the value is just 8. Dude, this I don't feel like this is gonna work. Malforming number near 001 C2C. Okay, yeah, well, it did not like this. Does it want a string? What do you want? Oh, motherfucker, this is... Okay, this is hexadecimal. It wants a U32. Okay, so... Hex to dec... hexadecimal 001... Well, C2C, okay. It's address 7212. Duh. And 8. 8 is 8, whatever. 0 and attempt to call a new global. Okay, this is not how I call a function. Wait, why do you need a sunny day? I am so distracted. Did the UV light work? Hey, this isn't C++, I got lost. Okay, I'm getting close. I'd say I'm getting close to finishing. So I can stop and just explain everything where I am. I do mumble a lot, and I don't know if I'm coherent while I'm doing this stuff. Instances. Fence. Go. MGBA, alright. Example script. Lua. Hang on. Just give me a second. State painter anchor. Do I have a right here? No, I don't. What about the other one? Right. Fuck, I also don't. Demos. Color mask, logo, socket server. You told me you didn't do socket servers. Liars. MU get keys. Get keys. Ooh, this is what I want. Well, I swear I'm gonna explain, just give me like a couple minutes more. MU, let's see if this does it. It does do it. Yes! Okay. Okay. Well, I think it did. Hang on. Let me throw the sensor to level 0 again and run. Did it do it? I don't think it did it. Yeah, no, it didn't do it. I think I might be writing to the wrong address. Maybe we're gonna figure out what address it is. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna explain now what I'm doing, where I am. I'm gonna fucking bring my drawing back. Beautiful. Okay. I wanna explain this again, and I'm gonna show what I've done and where we are. Because it's been 2 hours, and it's been a very productive 2 hours. I'm surprised. Well, everything is very simple, right? But I'm still surprised of how I have not come across something that it just doesn't work. I have a microcontroller. It's this ESP over here, right? In blue. ESP. Cool. This microcontroller is connected to a UV sensor, which captures UV light, which is what Boktai uses as a sensor. I'm not gonna tell the whole story again. So I have programmed this little guy to give me to read and send to the computer, right? Oops. Here we have a main function in C. It's looping. It's looping forever. He's reading the UV light sensor, and it's printing, it's sending that information to my computer. Every half a second it does this. Cool. Now I have a Python script, and this Python script oh fuck. Hang on. Oh. Really? I swear I'm not gonna lose track. I swear. I swear I'm not gonna lose track. Brother, what the fuck? Cool. Okay. Must have been just a small problem. Okay, so my ESP, okay, my little guy, again, this little guy over here, which has the UV light sensor, is sending information to my computer, all right? I have a Python script that is reading that information, which is what we are seeing over here. You see that converting, I don't know if it looks all right on stream. I think it does. It's not that small. Converting signal, and then we have a number in parentheses that is the raw reading, and to level 0 sunlight. Okay, I'm gonna grab my lantern now, my black light lantern, and I'm gonna bombard this little guy with UV light. Okay, and we're gonna see the number go up. And so the level is basically the number divided by 100. So we see we got to 200 and we're level 2. We go to 300 now, 400, 500, and it goes up, up, and when it passes level 10, it just sticks to level 10, right? Because Boktai goes from 0 to 10. Cool. And I'm now writing that the level that I'm calculating, this very hard math of dividing by 100, I'm saving that to a file called uvinput.txt, right? It is not updating over here. This, if you can read it, it says 0. I'm gonna fucking put some levels in there. It does not update, but it's being recreated at all times. So now it says 10. And if I take it out and open again, it says 0. Because this file is being updated. Although the thing I'm using to program does not update the value. Because I'm deleting the file and writing over and over again. Why I'm doing that? Well, because Lua cannot directly read from the TTY. The thing that I'm writing the ASP to the computer, it cannot access that. Or either that or I'm not able to. Because I'm very bad at Lua. So either way. So it goes through to the ASP, to the Python, to the file. And now here in Lua, I'm gonna grab the file, okay, which I'm able to. You cannot really see it, but this, my little script over here that I did, which just says for line, and then it has a whole path over here, fucking doxing that my project's under documents. Yes, it is not a document, I know. I still keep my fucking projects under documents. Anyway, I'm giving it a whole ass path for this uvinput.txt, and it says log line. Now you cannot see this, but I am when I run the script on MGBA, it does say 0, and if I point my UV light over here, it does say 10 now. Okay, so I'm getting the level I want. What I need to do is find out where in the memory, okay, in Boktai, do I write this 10 in? Because somewhere in the code, in the memory of Boktai, it has a variable in there that says, hey, my sunlight level is 0, is 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. I have the value I want to write there, right? I have my sunlight level that I'm emulating, or not really emulating. I'm emulating because I have a UV light, but I'm actually getting from my UV sensor. I just have to figure out, and I guess it's really boring on stream trying to figure that out. Maybe I should have come with that information. Unfortunately, I I don't care. I gotta figure out where to write that information to. And I have no fucking clue. And nowhere online it says where I'm supposed to do that. So we're gonna fucking hang out a bit while I try to uncover where exactly that that address is. Light oscillate. Let's see. No. Right now I'm looking at MGBA's documentation on GitHub, because they do have a couple of examples. But unlucky for me, they do not have any example for what I'm trying to do. Read 8. Control the light level the game sees. Oh, sorry. Looking for a memory address to update that. Controls the light level the game sees. Yes. So I can do this. The emulator, like for this game, this has already been done. What I'm trying to do is actually get real sunlight data, but I can. If you look at the game on the top right, there's like this empty bar on the bottom right of the screen. The emulator has like a solar sensor emulator, which if I press level 5 on it, it shows, it works, right? That is where it changed the level, but via the emulator. Now, what it's doing, it knows. Oh shit, dude! I can actually just go and see how they do that in the emulator code. I'm gonna do that. Okay, we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna set it to 0 again. Okay, hang on. MGBA, right? So let's try and find that out. No, we'll try solar. No, it has nothing. How would I find that? Source core GBA script, maybe? Engines test. Oh, this is for the scripting, no, GBA. Cart cheats debugger extras. Battleship proxy, no. Cheats. Game Shark code breaker. Feature. No. Core. Ugh, how do I find this? I'm gonna download everything, hang on. It's gonna download the emulator source code real quick. It has to be out there. If people have done this before, it has to be out there somewhere. I mean, it has to. It just has to. MGBA master. God, I'm gonna figure this one out. Do Boktai. I think I found it. Wait. Wait, what is this? Light sensor. Interface light sensor 4. Oh, this is to emulate the sensor. I see. This is the key for the game cartridge. Okay, this is not what I want. Do brightness maybe. Fish.fs. Oh, it's a shader. Title: Use building brightness sensor for Boktai. UV maybe. And the problem with UV, it's just 2 letters, so it's gonna find a whole lot of stuff. Sensor. What was the one I found? 1C2C. Let's see if it's somewhere. No. I don't think I'm gonna find it. Yeah, maybe. Oh, it doesn't. Oh. Okay, this is kind of cool actually. They don't do it. This is kind of cool. Okay, well, they don't hack around it. They actually have a UV light sensor emulated in there. They don't just go and change the RAM value. Okay, well, alright, cool. That did not work out. Can I do just for... Just for the sake of trying. 1C2C. C2C. Sunright. H. Monofbar. Bar. Okay, well, we can try this one. Three zero zero 4505. 300 4508. Oh, oh wait. Let's see. It did not work. Wait, I have the USA version. Which one do I have open here? USA, folk. Amount of bars. Yeah, I'm not opposed to just brute forcing some stuff. 1, 2, 3, F. Maybe it works. 80, 1, 2, 3, F. 80, 1, 2, 3, F. And then 0. This one works. It does not. It would have been. It's gonna be a real shame if. If this is it. Due to how the game works, if values are modified, the game will only use the new values after switching rooms. Oh, really? No fucking shit. Okay, well, still did not work. Hmm. Well, fuck. What do I do? Oh. Oh, really? Hang on. Oh. I think I might give up. It has to be one of these. Sunlight charger. It has to be one of these. It's not possible. Hang on. Oh, 508. Let's see. Really? Fuck. $45.08. Let's see. Hex to decimal. Let's see. Placeholder for converting a raw things to a value. Number of war. I wonder if I can do the other way around. So, like, read. Let's see if I can do this. No. Okay, I give up. I'm done. What I'm gonna do is I'll probably film or do like a small recording. If I get this working, I'm gonna take a long break. Probably be back to it tomorrow. And I'll post on YouTube. I think it's a fun project. And I did not think it would be this difficult to find the memory address. I'm sure I can try and figure it out myself. But I'm not gonna do that. Not right now, at least. Maybe it has to be done. Maybe I do have to just figure it out myself because it doesn't seem to be anywhere online. Well, at least there's a bunch of them online. They're all different and none work for me. So I don't know what to do. For now, this is it. It's been fun. It's been a while since I've programmed anything that I've at least got to like a somewhat conclusive end. This is another one I haven't finished yet, but I'm gonna finish on my own time. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out, friend.